Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doody doody doo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doody doody doo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Friday. Damn, Friday night. Rock and roll. Okay. Evening, guys, or morning if you're watching this tomorrow. I want to talk to you about dinosaurs. That's right, dinosaurs, yeah. You heard me right. I want to talk to you about dinosaurs. And the reason being is because behind me, I'm going to bring it forward in a minute, but this bad boy here, this is one of my new pieces for um, a display which I'm going to be setting up on Sunday. And that's one of 10 or 12, most of which have a dinosaur theme, hence me wanting to talk to you about it. So, you may not be interested in dinosaurs necessarily, but I certainly am. And I guess the catalyst for most people my age will have been 1993 with the release of Schindler's List. No, I'm joking. Jurassic Park. And I remember it quite vividly. I mean, I don't know how old I was. I was quite young. Probably too young to watch it, but I was. My mum and dad took me to the cinemas in '93 to watch it, and I was just, I was just blown away, man, blown away. And I'm still blown away now when I watch it. However many depressing years later, it's a movie that means so much to me, man. But I guess that was the main catalyst of the point, where I started to really become interested in these crazy animals. So I've always had a passion for dinosaurs, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoy Crystal Palace, because in the park, you may not know this, it may be quite obvious to you, but in the park they've got several dinosaurs laid out, doing different things and like standing around mostly, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. They're pretty big. Probably just less than life size, I would have thought, some of them. But maybe they were just made to be practical, to move around or whatnot. But I'm pretty sure they were the first of their kind, and some of them have took a beating over the years. I follow them on Instagram, and they do a fantastic job about maintaining how they look. And I'm pretty sure they're like 100 years old or something. They must be by now, or maybe just less. Maybe someone can tell me. I don't know, but they're pretty goddamn old. And they're a sight to see. Actually, they're worth going to have a look. So this one behind me is. I'm going to bring it out. One second. Maria says we can't touch them as they are behind the fences. I know, Maria. Yeah, I've tried before. I almost got caught trying to get a decent photo of one, but I couldn't quite access it. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're sort of cordoned off, aren't they? But I mean, rightly so, I guess, if they're quite the institution in this country, I guess. Is that the word? Institution? I don't know. Right, this is it. I'm going to step back because it's a big one. Right, this might fill the page actually. So, whoops. Okay, it's so big I can't even squeeze it in. So, it's bright red, which you can't tell from Instagram. That doesn't do it much justice, and it's split into two bits of text. And you can see it sort of looks like a strange dolphin-y seal crocodile type thing. Anyway, that is called an ichthyosaur. 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 Yeah, ichthyosaur. That's right. It's a strange spelling. ICHT in Greek. Ichthyosaur. So, I mean, after all that spiel, that's not actually a dinosaur, but we won't go too much into that. Of course, when these were made in Crystal Palace, the big statues of these guys, dinosaurs were just dinosaurs. You know, they were kind of like it was a new find, and they were big bastards, and we'd never seen anything like this before. So of course, dinosaurs got categorized into this one crazy thing that used to exist. But now we know this bad boy wasn't actually a dinosaur, but it's still classed as one of the dinosaurs in Crystal Palace. It's a marine reptile, technically. Existed millions of years before the dinosaurs that we know. Like a long time, like 20 odd million years before dinosaurs. So, yeah, a marine reptile, we're going to call it. But for the sake of this chat, and for the sake of the artwork, and for the sake of Crystal Palace, we're just going to call them a dinosaur. Okay. It does look like a croc, you're right. It's got a very wide, very long and thin snout almost, big snappy teeth. And it was quite the predator back in its day, yeah. Pretty fast as well. I watched a documentary a few months ago, and they said something like 20 odd miles per hour underwater. But these are big things as well. And they used to eat fish and squid. And anyway, I don't want to go too much into the ichthyosaur. You can have a look yourself. But they're fascinating things. Yeah, I love them so much. Oh, by the way, my Greek friends are going to kill me. I'm just going to slaughter this now. Ichthy, as far as I'm aware, means fish in Greek. It may be ancient Greek. I know things have changed a little. But that's why it's called Ichthyosaurus, because it's fish lizard. So saurus, lizards, as in dinosaur, terrible lizard. This is Ichthyosaurus, so it's fish lizard. There you go. You've learned something new. So I guess when people find things back in the day, or probably even now actually, like in geology and biology, when people find things, I guess they just call it what it looks like. You know, they'll take two things and just think, oh look, that looks like I don't know, banana hammer. You know, that looks like a banana and a hammer. Let's call it a banana hammer. But no, that sounds stupid. So let's see what it is in Greek. Diktirotodos. There you go. Let's call it that. You get the idea, you know what I mean? Like they just call it what it looks like. But in Greek, of course, it sounds wonderful, as everything does in Greek. So Ichthyosaurus rolls off the tongue, sounds gorgeous, beautiful language. But when you narrow it down, it's just fish lizard, yeah. So there you go. Sorry, that was a terrible example. Okay, so this artwork here is going to be on display in the Paxton Centre, which is in Crystal Palace, which is South London, from Monday. So I know we've got the rules, Boris, but still they're doing takeaway. So if you go and grab a coffee or something, just poke your head around, go and have a look. But that'll be on display with 12 other large and small pieces of artwork. Some dinosaurs, some not dinosaurs. In addition to this, by the way, I've got an iguanodon, which is pretty sure it's a dinosaur, yeah. And that's one of the statues in Crystal Palace as well. There's a sort of kid-friendly one as well, which is I'll go into this. This deserves another video actually. But in Crystal Palace, they've got a TV tower, one of the first ones, and I'm pretty sure it still has something to do with TV. But anyway, it's quite the site in Crystal Palace. Like, it's one of their little landmarks, and it's a pretty tall structure. Anyway, it's still there. But I drew the tower with dinosaurs building the tower, if that makes sense. So the dinosaurs have their hard hats on and their hammer, and they're building the tower essentially, which is not historically accurate. You won't be surprised to hear. But it makes for a nice, fun piece of artwork. So that'll be on display as well. When I say on display, I mean they'll be on display and for sale as well. I got rent to pay, man, you know, so yeah, check them out. Sorry, just thinking about my rent. Okay, that'll be from Monday. I'm going to give you one last look at the Ichthyosaur now. And what will be nice, actually, I'm getting into teacher mode now. I haven't done any science classes in a few weeks. In the comments, right, I want you to tell me one interesting fact about the ichthyosaur, or dinosaurs in general, if you like, just to show me that you actually have been listening. There you go. What a teacher, man. What a teacher. Call me Mr. P. Here we go. So it's a big one. This is A1, which translates as super big. Right, I'll step back. It's a nice wooden, what do you call that, wood colour. There's my hand for size. It's a pretty big one. So Ichthyosaurus, we've got the guy here. You may not be able to see it, and it may well be backwards as well, but underneath I've got, you know, little factoids about what the word means. Fish lizard in Greek. What have we got here? Late Triassic, early Jurassic, which is just the time periods, the epochs. And Europe and Indonesia. 8 fish and squid. So, bit of education at the bottom. So hopefully that'll get snapped up. Forgive the pun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to them going on display. So Paxton Centre, Crystal Palace. I'm not going to give you the address because you can look yourself. It's quite easy nowadays. So Google will be more than happy to help you out. And ask Jeeves if you feel opposed to Google for whatever reason. So that's it for now, guys. I had... Oh, okay. Sorry, I've had a comment on Facebook. How is it not a dinosaur? Question mark, question mark, question mark. So it's... I probably should have clarified on this. Okay, so it falls under the category of dinosaur in the Crystal Palace sense. Because, as I say, when these bones and fossils were being found, some in England, in the south as well, they just got, you know, they were just categorized as these big, mean, they thought they were lizards, essentially. So to call them dinosaurs, it just translates in Greek, or possibly ancient Greek, as terrible lizard. So they all got put under this one umbrella of these big, mean things that they didn't know what they were, but they obviously knew that they existed now with proof for fossils. But I'm pretty sure I've already said this, but just to clarify on this Facebook comment here, this guy, we now know that it's a, what did I say? A marine reptile. So, yeah. Just a different thing to dinosaurs, really. And they were around, if I'm remembering this right, 100 150 million years ago. Um, and it's 20 million years before dinosaurs came about. So these guys, sorry if I'm boring you, by the way, I'm boring myself, but these guys, the ichthyosaurs, they were like 20 million years before the dinosaurs. That's how separate they are. So don't ask me why they're different from dinosaurs. They just are, man. Like there's branches in biology that could show this quite clearly, and it's a fascinating thing actually. Which branch of evolution sprung what and sprung who, and the what would you call it? The common ancestor of each lineage goes on to other things and then separates, and the lineage of this guy goes on to something else. Actually, no, it doesn't. These guys became extinct. Obviously, I mean, we haven't seen these swimming around Torquay, but yeah, these guys died out a long time ago. Obviously, um, so I guess that was the end of their lineage. Anyway, a bit more research for me to do, but yeah, then they're not dinosaurs, I'm afraid. Anyway, that'll do for now. Really sorry for boring you at the end there. I've just seen this comment pop up, and I hope that answered your question, Emma. Um, Probably didn't, but I'm no biologist, unfortunately. So um, that will do for now. And thanks for watching and listening. And if you do want to come down to Crystal Palace, by the way, please do let me know. I don't live that way anymore, but obviously I'll make the effort to come down. If anyone's down there, we'll have a cup of tea. It's a nice place to chill and eat and look at plenty of other artists in there as well. There's some amazing work owned by a lovely lady named Beth, who's very friendly, and she runs it all on her own. It's a massive place, and there's hot desks for working, and she's great. Yeah, she's treated me very kindly from the start. That's it. It's getting late. I need to sleep, but I won't. So I'll okay. See you for now. Bye, guys.